Um, IOX is a new platform that we started to help us to manage the communications inside the IO and to get people connected. It works like a forum that allows anyone to present and conduct their projects. So every activity in the IOX becomes a project. And we already have a lot of those projects going on. Some of those helped us to conduct the rehearsal. Some of those helped us to get to get to get more people involved into the IEO itself by um, conducting the open track with the help of our community. And some of them are aimed on the further development, and I will be talking about this. So it has started 2 years ago when we ended the first IO, and I have seen a lot of very, well, it's already 3 years ago. Uh, I've seen a lot of interesting people around uh, that came to us and spent wonderful time with this community. And there was a hope that those connections will grow and will last longer. And with this hope, we have started um, to ask people what's going on, how are you, have you been chatting, have you been visiting other countries, where is your life trajectory going on now? And many of those people, some of those here now, um, said that they do get connected to the teams that competed in previous years of the IO, um, but not everybody. But some of those stated that it would be nice um, if we could enlarge those connections, if we could help the networking to go on. So we had a dream um, that in the IOX we will find lifelong friendships and common interests and get amazing things done together and well to get the world connected with less borders so that it could be reality. And that is what IOX is. So there are 4 drivers for the IOX to exist. Um, you can see them on the screen. I won't read it, but I will say that um, if we manage to put a little bit of effort of everyone who's here now and who will be here in coming years, um, just a little bit, this can grow faster than we can imagine. For there are already about 150 or 200 people this year here. All of you are talented. All of you have some interests that could be um, helped to grow inside the community by our advisors. All of you have some energy that could be put into uh, helping into networking, helping each other into networking. And some of you maybe have already their projects that could use help of this community. So IOX is not only for the contestants. IEOx is for everybody. We have four different groups, maybe roles uh, in the IEOx. We have divided them into the IO team, who are conducting everything here, the IO alumni, who are you to become already, the IO guests, that's almost everyone, and the IO experts, whose role would be like advisors, but some of those already have projects too. So we have conducted a number of meetings, starting from the 18th of um, March, no, 18th of July, yeah, 2020. It has been already 5 of those, not counting the meetings for the teams that have been created for the projects. And there were a lot for each of the projects already. We have about 5 active projects and more than 40 people already connected to the IOX. Um, so right now, IOX is consists of number of projects that you have already seen and been inside, maybe like a rehearsal and open track that has been conducted by German here, and rehearsal has been conducted by Egenim, also here. And we will speak about those projects a little bit later. Um, Also, there are some of the projects going on for the team leaders and for the economics educators, like interdisciplinary forums and economics and community of economics educators. I would also advise you to get connected so that you could maybe share some of your experience in life and get to know better the experiences of people around you in our community. Um, I think that we will start with small presentation of the main event that has been done by the IOX community, and that would be the open track for it has shown already the amazing results. We have connected a lot of people and gave them opportunity uh, get to participate in the IO-like experience. So, Germano, if you could please tell us a little bit about how the job, how the project got created, how how you involved into it, why have you joined this, and what amazing people got connected to you, how you created a team, and how you managed to conduct everything. Um, Please take the floor. Welcome, Germano.
Okay, hello everyone. You will excuse my field conditions. I'm on an outdoor fair for outdoor sports in Latvia, where I've been living. Well, about the open track, everything began, I think, maybe a month and a half ago, when Daniil sent me a message saying, oh, I had an idea, and I just posted it on the forum about how people could maybe apply for the IEO and compete kind of outside the main competition, but still get to experience it. And if you please read it, and if you like it, could you please just give me a small comment of support? So I did read it, I did like it, I did post. And then a few days later, Alexander came and said, hey, want to build that? And I was like, whoa. I was pretty taken aback with such a proposal. I thought, I don't remember how long I thought, but in the end, I said, Alexander, I have one word for you, and that is yes, I will do it. Let me just digress a little philosophical thought here. I see our community as maybe a fleet of ships, of vessels. The IEO is maybe the big mothership, where maybe Daniil is the admiral and Alexander is the captain behind the wheel controlling the ship directly. And every national Olympiad is a ship in itself, with its own captains, with its own way of government. I'm not going to enter details into how we govern the Brazilian ship, but what I counter propose to Alexander is, as long as I can inherit the processes in my ship, in my Olympiad, which we made work in this abnormal pandemic year, and use that experience and many of those processes, adapt them to IEO's reality, and make that thing happen, then yes, if I can bring my ship closer to your ship and help build it, yes, then I will. Alexander said yes. So some people say the IEO is international, but its central office speaks Russian to each other. The open track is very international, and its work group usually speaks Portuguese to each other. But we do switch to English and Russian at times as needed. English, of course, being the official language. But sometimes it happens that only Brazilians are there and we do the work in Portuguese. And well, that's a little bit of a digression because, well, anyway, I haven't slept for a long time. The work keeps me busy. The premise of the IEO is to reach a wider audience. So students who maybe are younger, maybe they're older, maybe being older, they can't participate in the main track anymore, but they still have that thirst for knowledge. Maybe they're far older. We've had 20-somethings and even 40-somethings register. Shame they didn't follow through, though. To provide a means of active observation for observers so they could actually participate, do the tasks, see how it's really structured, and that could maybe help them build their own Olympiads. And for kids in countries that don't have Olympiads yet, so they can also participate and maybe get that Olympiad bug in their brain and think, okay, now I need to find a teacher who will build this for me so I can go to the main track as well. Okay, how do we realize that technically? I have to say that our technical operational processes are distinct from the main track. They're more homemade in essence, because since it's an open competition, students haven't passed strict national selection to get there, and they're not subject to strict professional world-level proctoring to ensure the security of their activities. It's more relaxed, both for us as organizers and for them as students. The decision to launch this, maybe to start working on it in earnest, maybe 3 weeks before the IEO began, was a risky one. I was very apprehensive. I even got close to being demotivated at times. But as the wheel began to turn, as it actually began, things started to kind of fall into place. We had our financial game. There were some problems. It wasn't perfect, but it was mostly acceptable. Then we had our economics test. It was a little bit better than the previous day. Then we had our business case. It was a little bit better than the previous day on the economics test. So I really feel we're growing so much in such short notice as organizers that there is actually a point that we insisted to implement it this year. It's also a statement, because we're living in an online year. That's the compromise we have to make to continue doing nice things, whilst being confined at home for very valid reasons. So that was an addition to my motivation to, yes, we need to do this, and we need to do this now. This is our chance.
So while in process, you have already also created an amazing platform, yeah, for the whole community. It would be nice if you could tell us a little bit about the Discord server too.
Oh, Discord, yes. Well, Discord was an idea that we had in the Brazilian Economics Olympiad to host our final round there. And what we do in Discord is we fully simulate the structure of the Olympiad as an institution, and also simulate a space, a campus, if you will. We call it campus.
So it's like building, yeah?
Yes, it's very much like design and architecture. Only instead of building bricks, you're building codes in a way. You're building spaces that people will interact in a certain manner, which will nudge them into certain patterns of behavior. So the whole thing is very much behavior economics, mechanism design, and then design thinking, systems thinking rolled into one. So it's like, I'm amazed at how much I learned just messing around with Discord. I didn't read any manuals for it. I just went on my intuition, and it seems to have worked. It worked very well for the Brazilian Olympiad, and it's working quite well for the International Olympiad, considering our scale here is 10 times, one order of magnitude bigger than the Brazilian Olympiad on its final rounds. Of course, things are going to be different. And another key difference is that we made Discord mandatory for a final round in Brazil. And here it's not mandatory here. It's just yet another place we can meet. But with that said, the IO Open Track work group is mobilizing there. That's our main mode of communication with the Open Track students, contestants. Besides email, we actually made our own email address for the Open Track so as to make things more organized.
And
right now,
how many people are there in the team of the Open Track?
Okay, so our main nexus of work of the official work group space is a Telegram group. We have 18 members there right now. Some of them are advisors. Some of them are observers, but most of them are volunteers. They're mostly IEO or Brazilian Economics Olympiad alumni who volunteered their time, volunteered their talents, and volunteered their very recent experience in being a participant. Now to see the other side of the barricade, if you will, how you organize an Olympiad. And if you were used to test taking, and here we have Iganim, who is an alumna, who a very short time ago was taking tests, and now she's designing tests. And she's made a very fast transition over the barricade of being the target audience for an Olympiad to being the provider of an Olympiad. So that's just a little thing I'd like to say. I'd like to laud Iganim publicly for her excellent job so far. And such people as Iganim, IEO alumni, and OBECON alumni, the very best ones we cherry pick, they are working with us. They're doing operational work like doing tech support, on-duty sessions in Discord, building up the infrastructure for correcting all the economics tests and business cases, which is ongoing today. They're now building all of the spreadsheets, everything. It's, as I said, it's a different system from the main track. If you ask me, and many people have, what's happening on the main track right now? What are they? I don't know, because I'm so busy with the Open Track that I didn't even have the time to explore the systems in place in the main track.
Yeah, the same
so
here for me.
Please don't ask me.
Yeah,
yeah, Alexander has been so busy with the main track that he doesn't know what's happening in the Open Track. So really, if you look at where I am right now, I'm going to turn my camera. Kind of an open field, building stuff. You see it? Yeah, this is a very good metaphor for what's happening in the Open Track right now. We're kind of in an outpost, building stuff, kind of far away from the fancy, already built IEO main building or main track. Anyway, so now we're preparing to correct, and we expect to have all the results done until 2 hours before the closing ceremony. So we can inform the IEO central office in time, and they can add the scores they deem relevant to the closing ceremony. And then so our Open Track participants can also feel like they're part of this story that we're all building, that we're all insisting on building in this very, very difficult year for everything and everyone. So sorry for being a little bit trailing. I haven't slept, I think, for 24 hours now. I'm fine. I'm not wounded.
May I ask
in the field here?
A couple more questions. Just short ones, but still. While conducting this, while getting connected to such an interesting and hard part of the IEO, have you managed to find something for yourself, something new to learn, something that improved you somehow?
Oh wow, yes. Well, one thing we have in Brazil as a lemma, as a motto, is to be inclusive, to really go out of our way to be inclusive to everyone. And let me just check the member list right here, because there is something I may speak more freely about. Yes, I can speak freely.
Okay.
So we've had a great many participants coming in from China. They account for maybe half of the active participants. And as we were building our online infrastructure based, for example, on Google Forms and Google Drive, we found out that their restrictions, their internet restrictions, restrict them out of Google.
Yeah.
And we found that out during the economics tour, and they were panicking. They were writing us, and you still had to bear the cultural difference into account and language. It was hard to get your point across. You had to use very simple English and be very patient until we found out, okay, Google is not working there. So we said, okay, everyone who's having problems with the Google form, please send us by email. So the test came in a much more chaotic form than we'd planned. And that's actually why consolidating, checking for the integrity, checking that everything came through is taking more time than we expected. But with that said, we reacted fast, and I'm very proud of my team for that. And we changed the following structure to Microsoft, which doesn't seem to be restricted in China. Other form infrastructures and cloud-based file systems that we had to use, we switched to Microsoft in the middle of the project, in the middle of the event. So when we received the business cases, it was much simpler. And I'm saying here, receive business cases. What do I mean by this? What I mean is that since we do not have a jury, since the jury didn't really have the time to be with us as well, also because we didn't know how big the open track was going to be, we thought it was going to be twice as big as the main track with 277 registered participants at the beginning of the week. But about 35% have actually followed through. So maybe 80 something are actively participating. So that's like 2/3 of the main track. So we'd plan a correction scheme for maybe 300 people, and our work got easier. But we didn't really see that it got easier until we made a tally of who was participating and who wasn't. So it's very much like a very fast-paced field operation. You don't have full information because it's such short notice, and you have to be on your heels at all times and really be creative in how to solve organizational problems. And I'm very proud of the team I have working with me, sharing this burden. I'm sure they could do everything without me. Right now, Bruno is the leader of the Brazilian Linguistics Olympiad, and also he's very respected in the international linguistics Olympiad community. And he's our older brother. The Brazilian Linguistics Olympiad is an older sister of the Brazilian Economics Olympiad. We're in the same organization, the same umbrella organization. And he's the kind of guy who will always lend you a hand if you need help. It's 4 a.m. You're half a planet apart in time zones, and I send Bruno a message. Bruno, I need your help. And he says, yeah, I'm here. Just tell me what you need. He will never let you down. So I actually delegated this big bunch of work to him. That's why I can be in such a beautiful outdoor sports fair right now, my 1 half day off. And so besides just doing logistics for correction, he's actually going to organize these wonderful alumni correctors who are ready to lend their time on the weekend to us. And we're going to have this new community with the same standards of rigor and knowledge to have their work corrected in time. But what I was saying, this was a big digression, is that I said received business cases. What do I mean? Are they not presenting their business cases, being asked by the jury follow-up questions? No, they're not. Because of time and work limitations, we decided to make them record their business cases in 10-minute videos. And we will have a jury of, I think, 4 corrections per business case, and we'll take the median of that. Well, Bruno is going to decide on the formula. We're going to stick as close to the syllable as possible, bearing in mind slightly different realities. And well, what else could I possibly say?
Well,
I'm sure I have something to say, but my memory is kind of failing me.
That was a very interesting story, and it still is going on. So, Germano, thank you a lot for being with us and for sharing it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry if I took more time than I was supposed to.
You know, I think that in this meeting, I won't be following our tradition of having an hour for the meeting. For I think it's utmost important to be true to this and to be true in creating a community, and not to hold down, to withdraw the real life stories that we have, to be in time. So nobody here is.
Can I have just a last remark after you're done? Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
My last remark is, okay, after IEO 2020 is done, what's going to be the fate of the open track? That is an open question. I have a few ideas of my own. I hope they're good ideas. And of course, I'm going to consult with the whole IEO and IEOx community so we can build this together. But the plan is to make it, we can go either massive. I think my plan is to go massive, yes.
Yeah, let us.
That's going to take a whole different.
Let us continue this discussion about where can we, how can we develop the open track further, and how can we get more people involved, and what experiences could be gained by connecting to this project, and etc. That would be very interesting, I think, for everyone here. Well, for most of the people here, and so some of you can try to get connected to get an experience in conducting this thing. Some of you maybe have ideas, and this discussion will move on, and we will continue it on the forum and in next meetings, of course. So thank you, Germano, again.
Forum. I'm doing my best to keep the forum thread about the open track updated as we go, so you can always join the discussion there. I'm trying to make that an organized place for really to have a spot where we can discuss the open track in an easy and inclusive way. So thank you. Yes, thank you for
get
allotting my
to what Germano has already created in the Discord, to see the structure and to have a real chat with all of us. I hope I will be there more after the Olympiad ends too. Germano, thank you.
Thank you.
So I think that we should really be listening to another person that has already finished a project in the IEOx. That would be Aiganim, who has created a finest tasks for the rehearsal of the IEO, thus helping us a lot, because we really needed something to be done beforehand, and to try out the systems and to give an interesting experience to the contestants that came, to some of you who are here now, and to check out everything. So I would really love to hear the story of how it happened that you got into this? What was going on? What people were around you? And maybe what experiences you have got? And was it interesting? Would you do the same again? Would you invite people into this? Please, I'm gonna take the floor.
Thank you. So, hello everyone, and as you all might know, my name is Egenim Diopaiva, and I am an IO alumna from Kazakhstan and the member of the IEOx community. And today I wanted to share my experience of working and contributing to the Olympiad and being an actual project manager. So some of you might know that I'm 2018 and 2019 participant and medalist, and I participated twice because every time I met incredible people, had a life-changing experience, and became a part of international families. So it was very difficult to let it go. So Olympiad became a part of my life. So I couldn't imagine my life without it. So this year I also wanted to be connected, but felt a need to grow up from being just a contestant, but still be in touch with this amazing community. So, and this chance came up to me, and I heard about the opportunity to write rehearsal tasks for the rehearsal in economics. So I couldn't imagine that I would, when I heard about this opportunity, I could not imagine that I will be the 18-year-old leader of it. So, and to be honest, I had no previous experience in writing tasks or grading or being a project manager or bearing such responsibilities. So I was actually a little bit afraid at the beginning, but luckily I had an amazing team. Those were brilliant and extremely talented authors of tasks who are also alumni from 11 countries. Also, I always had with me wise and maybe the funniest advisors who guided us on this road. And also there were many other people who also were involved in this project. So also one of my experiences was that adult work is actually not that boring and actually can be exciting. I usually thought that the contestants experience is the most interesting one and they're the luckiest guy there, but actually all those night calls, many edits and other text brainstormings, brilliant people. I reconnected with my old friends from the IEO and met new people with whom I didn't who I did not know well before. We had a little bit of knowledge and skill exchange since we all shared our experience in grading, in writing, designing, and quality control procedures. We had a really diverse team. We had three main teams based on time zones. And for example, my friends from Indonesia were very good at microeconomics tasks and writing math-related problems. So they were responsible for that. Other people had really exceptional creativity. So the most interesting tasks, such as about Janus, were from Brazilian alumni, and what else to say? So I think everyone in this project were driven not only by the love for economics, but also a sincere desire to help this community grow and to make new contestants. Yeah, as I said, being just a participant, but it actually was an emotional roller coaster. And as I said at first, I really didn't know how to start. Me and my friends, we didn't know how to propose real aims, how to deal with deadlines. But luckily, we, with time, all these worries have vanished and we gained confidence. And with all this new experience, I'm looking forward to participate in more IEOx related projects and to continue work with those amazing people. And I think that one of the what I wanted to sum up, I would like to say that I think our Olympiad and our community is based on people force. Those enthusiastic and hardworking people help it grow, help it flourish. So I would be very happy if more new talented alumni would also join the movement and become lifelong members of this family.
So would you say that that experience was somehow motivating? Could you say so? Could you say that you've gained something um, something new, something
Yeah.
yeah?
Like at first, I was like this project was proposed and started at the summer when almost no one does anything productive. So this was like a big motivational thing for me, as it like motivated me to work hard, to feel the sense of purpose, to do something that would really, I don't know, make a change and be important for someone. So I was driven by these ideas and principles. So I was very motivated to make it perfect, to I don't know, to polish these tasks and make everyone be astonished by them. So also, I was very happy to have an opportunity to work with people who I already knew, to like to renew our relationship, our friendship. So I was very happy to talk to them, to have this sense of nostalgia, to feel nostalgic about the IEO, to share our stories from Olympiad, and just feel that we do belong to this community. And also it was like a big motivation for me, because I felt that like people like me, former contestants who really aren't that exceptional or something like I don't know, very talented or professional, can also participate and do their part of Olympiad, and to make an impact, to contribute. And this was, I don't know, a big honor for me to be involved.
It was an honor for us, and it is, that you are with
Thank you.
us. Thank you for staying. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for conducting this. Um, One last question. Throughout this project, have you got connected more to the people you have not known before?
Yeah, definitely was like from one side. As a IO participant, I was mostly in touch with other contestants. My friends were the same age as me, with whom we were in teams and competed with each other. But actually, to be honest, I never knew the organizing team, the committee. Who are they? Who are those people behind this interesting word committee? And who are like their personalities? So this was like a very interesting experience of working with them, of being an adult, yes.
Thank you.
So I also made many more friends, like those who were not participants exactly, but were also connected to the Olympiad the whole time.
Thank you a lot. Glad to see you here, and I hope that we will continue to grow this community with you and with the people you connect to. Um, so that was Agane. She has helped to create the rehearsal tasks, but she is also already involved into a number of other projects. And I would like us to pay some attention to the other part of people who are here now too, to those who could be named advisors, to those who are experts um, in some parts of the of life, of course, but of maybe education, economics. You are very different people. You have a wide range of skills, and we would love to help you to communicate better, to get more out of this, to find some new ideas, to find some fresh methods to teach. We have already had a number of meetings where we shared, for example, the approaches to game designing the lessons, or discussed the difference in the economics educational systems in the schools worldwide. And that was, I'm not a teacher myself, and well, I love economics, but I kind of not know it well enough, you know, and still it was very interesting to listen to those amazing and very wise talks that have happened there. And you know, those talks, I wanted it to be like we are talking now, but to be more comfy, to be more open, to be a sharing process in the simple discussions, maybe, well, with the presentations and around some themes, of course. So if there is a Joseph here, Joseph Tsai, if you would connect to us with video, if you can, it would be nice if you had told us some words about the projects, the project that you are in now. No? Well, well, then I will say a couple of words. Joseph has mentioned a very interesting theme that we should be more into the interdisciplinary exchange, that there is not only economics in this world, of course, and every new idea comes out from on the border of number of sciences, and we should really try to exchange our knowledge in this respective. And also a number of people got connected to those ideas. And there is another interesting person that has created the idea of community of economics educators, in which we in which arised the whole number of projects, like to create the international exchange of students, so to help schools to exchange with their students from all around the world, to make some lectures and to make some seminars on how you teachers teach in your schools, on how to maybe rethink the approaches to the economics education, or maybe not only economics education in your countries. I couldn't say the whole of this, because there is a lot. But any kind of such an idea could be transferred into projects, and we could connect people who are interested in this to develop it further. And when we do this, for I strongly believe that well, it takes time to develop such a community, but I believe it will be a very strong one for it just helps the world to get better, you know. And with this said, I would love to get back to those projects if we have time, and people come back. For Joseph has lost his connection. Well, I'm sorry, but we will have another meeting, of course. And I would love to hear him speaking about the project. So now I think we can go to the one and utmost important and everlasting, I hope, project of ours that would be the alumni. And this project was the one that we created, the IEOx in the first place. And I'll start the presentation now. You can see our colleague here, Thomas Schneider. Thomas, hi. He is our advisor for for a lot of things in this, and I'm very glad to see you here too. I will tell a couple of words about what it is and then give you the floor. I hope Yulia have sent you the presentation too, so that you have seen it already. If not, Yulia, please do. So we will start. As you see, we already have all the people in this community interconnected between each other. So in one project, there are people from different projects. And this is not excluded because the IO alumni has connected already a lot of people, and by and you can see the phrase that has been given by the German here, that you will compete once, but here you have the chance to build lifelong connections. That is true. Well, I have modified it a little bit, you forgive me for that, but still. There also was a phrase that has been given by another IO community member that is here, the explore, exchange, and experience. And all those ideas were created by people inside the community. So I would be glad if you would share if you have any ideas too, and we could include it. So what is IO alumni? It is firstly an amazing people that have come together, well, maybe in a once a year event, but those people, you are actually, are creating a value in between ourselves. What I mean is that we tend to search for some life experiences that takes a lot of effort to find out how life works, what would be good and what would be not that good, what would be effective in this strange world we live in. And if we could share this, so if we could get connected to each other, we could move on faster, like achieve a synergy inside this. And thus I think that it would be nice if we had a one pool of opportunities, interconnected projects, a pool of people that could share what they want to, that could connect to what they are interested in, so that it wouldn't be of obligatory thing. It will be well, it's a very interesting activity. It's like an entertainment. And well, without the entertainment, without the fun, without the joy of what's going on, it couldn't exist. But also it helps us to connect. And while doing so, you can get amazing, outstanding, not unusual experiences in your lives. we could create a difference to the world. And that difference could be out of your ideas. So that could be the projects that you want to do. That could be something that you think that should be done, but maybe the resources here could help. So I would like to give the floor to Thomas here, for he has a lot of experience in alumni bodies system that we are implementing now here. So Thomas, please, could you tell us a little bit about it? I can give you the control over the screen.
Hi, Alexander. Hi, everybody. I'm Thomas. To the ones who I didn't meet or I didn't have any contact to, I'm also executive board member of IEO, and I was the team leader of Switzerland the last 2 years, and I was part of the Swiss delegation this year, and was working with the Swiss Olympiad the last 3 years, because before we didn't have any economics Olympiad in Switzerland. And yes, I have experiences in different alumni systems, alumni networks. And what I can say is it's everything about breaking boundaries and limits, because in an international network, you will definitely have the chance to meet completely different cultures, completely different personalities. And I think that's the chance to get contacts of the entire world, and also of different spheres. So that's the chance for everyone who was a contestant of the IEO. So within the IEO alumni network, we have the first project. It's called Body System. So it's a matching system within the network for interested people who want to have some sustainable and also some formal exchange. You see, we are talking about coaching and mentoring because it's an exchange of experiences. It's something individual, but also sustainable. So we would like to join you this project, so you can meet new people. You can also meet like-minded people, maybe about one exchange, but maybe also many different meetings. And we have also thought about possible issues, possible conversation topics. And I think it can be from informal matters to formal academic matters. So maybe it's about the studies, it's about some research project. Maybe it's also about personal decisions. If you are thinking about the studies or maybe some professional experience, and you just want to have some exchange of experiences so you can decide better. Maybe it's also in a kind of a way consulting, because we will also have a network of different experienced people. So there will be IEO alumni from 2018 who are a bit older than you. I guess we will also have at the beginning different people from the IEO community, so also team leaders, for example, and I'm sure you can also profit from their experiences. And in general, I think it will give you a change of perspective, it will get you a second opinion, and you can definitely learn from each other. Here we have the first IEO mentors. That was a pilot in advance of this IEO. So you see we have one alumni from Austria, Eva, and one alumni from Switzerland, Marco. And they are both studying, and you see also different interests. But I guess one common interest, and that's the business or economics area. So they were definitely exchanging the studies, and definitely the common passion to economics or business. And we have two quotes here from Marco. So he is saying, geographical factors should not limit us from executing great ideas. A special network of many people with similar interests and stories. So as I said, it's really about connecting with each other, but it's also about breaking boundaries. So you are not in the national network, you can also getting to know completely different personalities from different cultures. And another quote from Eva, she is saying, this is a great opportunity to build a strong community with young, motivated people all over the world. So one more time, this benefit of an international network, and I can really suggest you to join. I am not an IO alumni myself, but I'm an alumni in different spheres, and I have met there many, many great people. I could have also a great exchange, but I didn't have the chance to have such body systems. So maybe the body system will also break the ice easier. It will have some push for you, and it's going to be easier for you to connect and to have sustainable connections within the network. So here is the QR code. If you are interested to join the body system, you can scan the QR code here, and you can sign up for the first body system of the IEO.
Thank you, Thomas. I think that by now we could answer your questions. If you have any, please write them. We will try to see it. For I'm not that good in managing the chat in the Zoom, but well, I hope I will. And that I would say that we will call the official part a day. On this note, we will send you the link for the registration form afterwards in emails to everyone, so that you can get connected or tell your students or your teams or your friends to get connected to this. This is really a part that that is created for the alumni exclusively, but the mentors and the mentee, the buddies who we would like to involve and here to invite here can be anyone of our community. So in creation of this body system of the alumni, we thought that it would be nice to maybe I will stop the demonstration so that people can see us. Yeah. We thought that it would be interesting to show you the way that it's being conducted. And well, I thought that it could be a live chat like we always tend to do. But we kind of have not so much time, because there will be election in an hour from now of a very interesting speaker, and I would not like to interrupt those, to intercept those events. So I think that we... Oh, I need to mute. I'm sorry for that. Well, it happens. so it's a live speech, yeah. So I think that we have, well, at least half an hour to try to speak about how and what are we going to do next with the body system and in the alumni. And I invite Thomas to such a live talk. Maybe someone of you would love to get connected and speak up. Please turn your cameras on then, and don't hesitate to try to be a part of the team already. As we have we have had a meeting 2 days ago, and Aiganem was there too, and Yulia was there too. Well, she's here by me now, but she, I don't know if she wants to connect.
I'm hiding, but I love to watch.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, everyone.
So what we thought about is a question that is not solved yet. And that question is, how can we help people to get connected? To get the alumni working, we need community to be, well, to have some number of stable members of, oh, I didn't mean some not, yeah, stables is not the word. That's the word in Russian, but it doesn't mean,
maybe long term.
Yeah, long term, yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of need some active people that would be involved into this processes, and what we thought of, that if we could create a number of mentors that would present themselves, then with their expertise or with their something they want to share, something they want to give, and create some pool of mentees, of people who would like to get something out of this communications, who wants to learn something new. Then we could start the process faster. And also it would be the experience that that is interesting to people, for it is born out of yourselves. It's not something that we direct to do, but rather than something that you are interested in, you get what you want, you give what you want, and thus it's joyful, it's nice. And well, we have had a nice time talking to each other. Maybe you have something to propose on this. Maybe you have ideas on how to maybe you have ideas of people who you can ask to connect, or who you can tell that, wow, there is such a nice thing that's going on. Maybe we try our idea there. Maybe we, I don't know, start a online gaming team. And what do they play now? Counter-Strike, I know. Well,
a Minecraft server.
Dota. Minecraft server, yeah. Fortnite, something. Let's do the IO team in gaming. Let's participate in the, I don't know, world championship in, what do you say? Fortnite? Fortnite. You know, win the world. So all those ideas are welcome. If you have one, share one, but be ready to conduct it. Be ready to get involved and to create a team that will be conducting. So we have spoken about the mentors, and we have had an experience already, a small one, inside the IO, small one, inside what Thomas does. There's a lot of, and it happened so that we had very little time to conduct it. And what we've done is we asked people to present themselves and to try to get in touch with each other and get to know each other better. And while doing so, maybe set up a goal, something solvable in short time, and then share their experience. There were a couple of people that have done this. I do not know if they are here now, but if they are, please come and share what you have. I can try to contact them, I know, but um, I can't see them in the group in this room now. So, but there are different experiences that we could share. For example, first time when I thought of this forum, I wanted it to be offline, of course, and I wanted it to be with the within inside and connected to the IO. So I've asked Kazakhstan couple of years, well, maybe year and a half ago, to think maybe we could connect the economics forum to the IO itself. And they said, yeah, we could try. And we almost did. Well, it didn't happen, but it might. And while thinking about this, I thought that I cannot conduct it by myself. Just impossible in such a short timing and in such a harsh conditions that the IO is now. So I've called upon my office to tell me, hey guys, do you know somebody who has an experience in such a thing, like alumni, like who would be interested in? And they gave me some names. It's very unfortunate that I have not been connected to all of you, to all of the team members in the previous years, for I have had a lot of things to do inside the office, and maybe it is not seen, but it is why it all works with the help of the team, of course. And maybe it will change in the upcoming years, I hope. And then I called a number of people, and one of those was Thomas. And if you remember what started with, I even can't remember the beginning, because it has so many things happened in such a short time that, well, I think I said something like, would you love to join the forum? Yeah.
I think something like that. And I'm also pretty busy, so I don't really remember the last 6 months, because it was just so busy during COVID-19. But I think, yeah, you texted me about IOX. I'm not sure if we already called it like that, and I knew I'm interested in it, but still busy. And yeah, and then the next step was just to bring in ideas. And as I mentioned, I'm in many alumni networks, and unfortunately I also didn't have the chance to profit for 100% in these networks, but I really believed in the idea to have a alumni network within the IEO community, because it should be not limited to this physical event. Or now we don't have a physical event. I hope next year it will be a physical event again, but it should be definitely not limited to that. And it should be there should be some structure, some institution to keep in touch with, and to stay in touch with. And I think alumni network will be the chance for everyone here.
Yeah, there was some number of ideas shared of how to approach it and where to start, and that we should move. If I'm right, you have stated that, well, this is a big plan, so we shouldn't move too fast. So that we should really think it through, and it was very very wise of you. So we did try with small steps. That's the words you said, as I remember. We should
I
do
think
small
still
steps.
fast. I mean, I am in an alumni network from the entrepreneurship area, and I think there the countries or the organizations they dealt with it for many years, and maybe like after 10 years they had a active and also a sustainable network. So I think it's already a big progress that we have the chance now to speak about it and to also uh, build up this community with the body system. So we are still fast, but I think we are doing the right steps. And as you said, small steps, but always going forward.
Yeah, you know, there is a saying in Russia that uh, if you really want to get your dream achieved, well, you fly to it, you run to it, you move to it. If you can't walk to it, you sit in the direction of it. If you can't sit in the direction of it, you lay in the direction of it. So we will move slowly but steadily. But there is another saying in Chinese. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I know that it says something like that fast is uh, when you move slow, but have no rest, have no pauses, have no pauses. Yeah, fast is when you move slowly but without pauses. Yeah. So we will not pause. Uh, what do you think should be our next step now?
I think promotion will be very important. So everyone who is listening now should be also promoting the body system and of course the network to everyone within the national network. And
Yeah,
I also think the body system is a good start. So it's the chance now to sign up. And after that, I'm sure it will be important to keep in touch because I think in the pilot it was pretty difficult to understand for everyone what should they exactly do in the body system. And I think there we are needed. I mean, it's a nice thing to be needed. So I'm ready to also answer questions there and maybe to give some briefing for a kick off of the whole thing.
yeah, we will make a separate devoted to this meeting after the IO, maybe in a week or so. So that everyone can join, can ask questions, can get connected. Also, I would be gladly trying out it by myself. So I would be grateful if anyone wants to ask me some questions about my, I don't know, something in mentoring. And I would be grateful if someone wants to share something of their experience. So I will come to be one of those two roles too. So I would love to become a mentor. I would love to become a mentee, and we will try it out with you. And we'll build it together. And yes, the development part of this, I agree, stands for the more people we have, the more interesting stories will be there, the more universes,
Universities.
universes. Yeah, you know, they say a human is being is a universe, so the more universes there will be, and well, let's build our galaxy. um, it would be nice if we could have something like 20 people inside. Yeah, we spoke about it. I don't know if we should set the numbers But if we could make it happen with your help, with all of you who are here now, if you could ask those who would be interested in such a sharing, such a connections building, networking, if you would love to tell something about your experience, how you managed to choose the university, how you managed to overcome the hardness of preparations to the examinations, to the IO, what interesting routes you took to get into the university. Maybe you have had some discounts. Help me out. I don't know the words. The scholarships. Thank you, Yulia. It would be interesting for everyone to hear that. But also, if you have some requests, if you don't know how to get through something in this mess of COVID or something, to tell us too. You know, some people from earlier years, they even got connected on such a level that they managed to, I don't know if they did, but they managed to come to the to one country to spend the New Year
No, we
holidays.
did not.
Oh, you didn't.
We were planning
But
to
there
get
was a
together.
plan. Yeah, it was nice to hear that such a thing exists, and also there was. Um, could you tell us about the guy who created the football team or the business?
Basir
Yeah.
from Indonesia. No, Indonesia probably. Yeah. He had his own football team and he was sharing the updates in the chat and the IO 2018 chat. Yeah, but we will release his story somewhere soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are projects of yours that could use help of the community. Like I think in the mentors program in the body system, it could be very important to try to understand people around you. You know, it's like when we first meet with Thomas, I've seen him for maybe a minute or something like that. I was in a rush with all these processes going on. But I thought, wow, he's so serious. Wow. I, and there was some argument even. I can't remember what, but there was between us on the IB meeting. Yeah.
I think there were many arguments.
Yeah, there were many, but
Yeah.
there was one that it just stayed in my mind that we couldn't find a solution. Oh, that's gonna be a hard time to connect while we have not resolved the issue. It was something on the IB. I don't know. I don't remember.
I think about the financial literacy.
Yeah, the financial literacy. Yeah, maybe. So it will be hard to get through this wall of misunderstanding and etc. And when I've called this this year, just went away. Just didn't exist. I even didn't remember about this. I couldn't remember now. Well, you know, the first call we had the visuals too, and it was I was trying hard to maybe motivate, but it's not about motivation really. To get to to help to understand me why this all matters and why it's so important to do. And it so happened that Thomas said, "Oh, of course I know this. I'm into this for years already. I have 6 million people connected to such a thing. Whoa, wait a minute. How can that be?" So I really wanted Thomas to get in, and maybe wanted too much for our first maybe 2 calls went like, well, it was too much. Well, and now we just sit calmly and speak, and well, we have already found some steps that we have made and brought it to life. Maybe you could share your experience from your side, how it happened. Mm,
I mean, from my side, I
yeah.
guess it's also a funny story because when I came to IEO in 2018, I didn't have any idea about Olympiads. I never had the chance to join an Olympiad, unfortunately, because the communications at my high school were not that well developed. So I didn't even know that there are science Olympiads when I was in the age of the high school students. And when I joined the network, I had actually to choose the contestants without any competition, because we have a national competition in entrepreneurship, but not in an academic way. And yeah, I ended up as a team leader at the first IEO, but didn't really have any idea about it. And it was always funny because at the first IEO, I was also voted in to the executive board, but many people still thought that I'm a contestant in 2019. So that was very funny for me. And on the other side, I just didn't know what to expect. And I think, as you mentioned, you had really high expectations for IEOx and for IEO alumni. I had very high expectations for the first IEO. And I guess that was also the reason that I was appearing too serious at the first IO. I hope it was better last year, and I hope that it will be even better next year. But yeah, that was also, I guess, a culture thing, and I can say that we in Switzerland, we just have very high expectations. I have not been at the similar event like the IO 2018, because I have never experienced the beginning, the start of such a big network. And yeah, that was just also, if I think back now, it was just also a lot of fun, new experiences, and sometimes you just shouldn't take it too seriously.
It was hard to realize, and maybe I still haven't. So my old friend told me that you know, you save some time to remember. so, I hope that I will save some time to remember and revise what has been going on. For it's just, well, it's coming down sometimes for a little time, but then yeah, it has been a rush. It was interesting. It was
But
very
it's
interesting.
definitely about breaking boundaries, and
Yeah.
I think not only about cultures and nationalities, but also about the age, because for me, it was also very inspiring to talk to different educators, professors from over all the world. And I think for everyone, not only for the educators, but also for the students, for the contestants, it will be just also a chance to have some mentoring, or maybe reverse mentoring. As you said, myself, I don't need to be a mentor. I can also be a mentee. I'm still learning a lot from the contestants, from the students, how they are learning, how they are challenging themselves. So that's also very inspiring for me every year.
Well, I think we could stop our nice conversation, but also hope that you have, you who stayed with us here now, have seen what is going on really, and how it is going on. Maybe yeah, of course.
For a second, guys, if you can, please turn your cameras on.
Yeah, it would be nice to
because
see
the online event is it's a little sad in the sense that we can't see your faces, and we know that everyone is experiencing this thing. Hello.
I can't turn on my camera because it says the organizer has turned it off remotely.
Yeah,
Please unlock me.
Oh, yes,
Germano, I've seen enough of you. It's okay.
Oh wow! You just have to put up with the picture you yourself took.
Yeah, it works.
Oh.
Finally, look. Let me show you the view from above.
So many amazing faces.
And people say Latvia is a flat country. It's not. Look,
it is.
I'm on a hill, really.
Latvian doesn't even have a separate word for a mountain. The hill and mountain is just the
so
same
this is
thing.
called Erglu. This is called Erglu Statia Eagle Station. It used to be a different station, and now it's basically kind of a lodge for outdoor people, people who like hiking, climbing. Well, we don't do much climbing in Latvia, except in indoor climbing. And all these sorts of wonderful people are gathering together this Saturday to discuss outdoor things. So
Germano, you're asking us to come to you, yeah?
We can.
Well,
no, we're already. We see we're there.
Well, Alexander, just open your border, please.
Yes, I will tell them to open. Just give me 5 minutes.
Well,
yeah.
Just one
call.
phone call and you get it done, right?
Yeah, one call.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll be right there in the office then.
Yeah, okay. I'm waiting for you. Don't be late.
Thank you very much.
Oh, so you're keeping tabs on me.
I'm glad to see Stanislav here.
Hello.
Hi. We can't hear you. If you could switch your mic on. Maybe I can do this. I don't know.
No, you should ask. Yep.
Well, maybe you have something to tell us, guys. Get connected. Speak up.
How was the moderation?
How was moderation?
I'm trying
no,
to
don't. Please don't.
Myself and the view. Yes, I think this is working.
Yeah, you look fine. A little bit too close.
I just look very, very Bob.
You are, Robert.
Special thanks to Julia for her excellent service in
special thanks to you. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I'm really happy that we have this here, and I'm really happy that we managed to maybe 11 people with cameras. Well, Kennedy, hello. I love your faces. I'd love to see you offline someday.
Yeah.
Even me, Julia?
Not so much, but please
well,
come.
We will switch
please
you off.
Come. No.
If you switch me off here, I'll put you in prison on Discord.
Yeah, Discord. Yeah, Discord is good.
Discord is good, really. Yeah.
I'm not sure if my guys are on duty there, so it might take a while with registration. You just go there now. But I think they're there. They should be there. They could be very busy parsing the test still. I don't know. This day for me, these maybe 12 hours, are my biggest exercise in delegating that I've ever had.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the situation is like when I come back.
Okay.
I'm sure it will be wonderful.
Get lost the connection and go into the woods.
Well, I'm right under a power cable as it happens.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I unfortunately have to run. I have to do some email campaigns.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to see you again someday. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I would really love to see you live. Next year. So let us do it happen. Stay healthy, please. So it won't spread a lot. And get connected. share your experiences. I would love to see you online. We will definitely make more meetings throughout the year. We will send you the emails. Without your participation, it won't be that interesting and nice. So get connected. Try to become a mentor. Well, if you have maybe, I don't know, a couple of hours spare time, try to become a mentor, try to become a mentee. Your experience would be utmost valuable for creating this community. It's you who are this community. So it's up to you with us to build it. Please.
And it's us too. Don't forget about us.
Yeah, maybe.
It definitely is.
I regret that I have had very little connection to you while conducting it all. That's my pain. That while doing this, I couldn't see those wonderful faces, those smiles. I have just revisited the video that we created last year when you read the poetry. It brought me to tears. It's so amazing that we have it. Well, see you all. See you all tomorrow on the closing ceremony, of course, and see you all throughout the year. Please don't hesitate to write me directly, to write to the info@ekalim.
Or to me, text me,
to
please.
her. Glad to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you around.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Stanislav. Thank you, Niska. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Yulia and Alexandra.
The wheels of the IEO. Gotta go make campaigns.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good luck to you guys.